River City Grower back at it again. This is the Durban Dew Dutch Passion Genetics. This is the plant that hermed on me. You know, I pushed it too much, gave her too much par. The tent got way above the temperature that I feel comfortable at it being for a pretty good. I mean, it was a good 5-6 hours. The tent was at a higher temperature than what I would have liked it to have been at. But anyway, you live and you learn. I took the driver off the light. That's up there now. That helps. And just been running the AC a little bit harder to keep these temps where they need to be at. But Durban Dew Dutch Passion. Let's see if I can zero in on some beans for y'all. Bam. There's a couple right there. And there was one that had one right at the top, I believe. That might be her right there. That's got one sitting right at the top of the flower. So we know we got them in here. Just don't know how many. And we're just crossing our fingers that, you know, they'll have enough time to mature and be good seeds when we chop this girl. But we got some fading going on. She's catching her fall colors, which is great. So you got a few spots where this girl is where she's catching her fade. Decent sized flowers, man. I mean, like I said, from trellis to the top of that is like 8 inches. And she's stacked pretty well the whole way up. Today is a watering day. I've been pretty much watering these girls every 5th day. So we'll water these girls in today. These are some nice flowers, man. It sucks that she hermed out on me, but everything happens for a reason. That means I'm gonna get a rerun on these genetics and do it right the second time, you know. At least I got a feeling for how she grows, how she eats. You know, I could have actually probably thrown more food at this girl. She was eating at a quicker pace than the Miami Mommy was, for sure. But like I said, that's how you hone in your craft. You know, you run something, you get a feel for it, and then you can run it again to try to perfect it. But beautiful color in this girl, man. She is throwing off wonderful profile, very sweet. The only strand that I could think that would even be in the ballpark of what this girl's throwing off is I had a strain called Candyland one time that was extremely sweet terp profile. But yeah, this girl should be going. Today's day 50. You know, she could go as early, you know, by their time frame, you know, she could go as early as, be chopped as early as Wednesday, or as late as, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. That's when day 60 will hit for me. It's not this upcoming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. So we'll see. I mean, it would be great if I could just chop both of them at the same time, hang them, and just get it cracking like that. And maybe I could get lucky and both of them are dry in the same time frame-ish, and I could just do one big trim gel. But, things don't never go the way you want them to go. So you just got to roll with the punches and take what comes at you. The vast majority of this plant will be pressed. I'll probably keep, the best of the nugs and, cure them up and have some to smoke, but I'm pretty confident the vast majority of this plant will be pressed as soon as it gets dried out. But yeah, we're gonna water these girls today, both of them. Could very well be the last water for this girl right here. But I'm sure the Miami Mommy's gonna at least take one more watering. 50 days, that's 10 days. Water today and another 5 days, water again, and that could quite possibly be the last one for the Miami Mommy. But it's Durban Dew, day 50, home stretch, guys, catching the fade. We can see some beans without even really having to pick through the plant looking for it. So, we know we got seeds in there. Hopefully there'll be good plant bearing seeds, if so. Definitely got some buddies that I'm gonna get some out to. And I'm definitely gonna try to rerun it myself. But that'll be it for today, guys. Probably won't have another update, for another week or so. Once I get these plants watered in, I'm not even gonna open the tent up for anything, for the next 2-3 days. It's no use fanning these things open and close. I think there's one right there at the top. So yeah, we got them in here. When you can find them without really looking for them, you can only imagine what you got that you can't see. But yeah, we might go ahead and start plucking some of these bigger van leaves as well, just to get some of the van leaves out the way, clean her up. It's a little bit less to have to do in the end game. But that'll be all for this girl for the day. Man, y'all be blessed, be safe, enjoy your time this weekend. River City Grower out.